The Fat Controller called some of his engines over to the yards to tell them the news. "You're all gonna have a busy time throughout this month," he said. "I'm planning to build a bit of a renovation to Kildane." "Oh, you mean the start of the Pure Godric branch line, sir?" "That's right. Plan to make some changes. Now I know most of you are quite busy, so I brought in another engine to help out. This engine used to work here many years ago, and I think some of you may remember him." "Who is it, sir?" "You will have to find out and wait. In the meantime, James, I want you to do it." "Yes, sir." I wonder what kind of engine would be. Whatever he is, I hope he hurries up and get here. "Hello, James. Why you look grumpy?" "The Fat Controller asked me to do this work temporarily, until the engine arrives." "What engine?" "He said that we know him before. Can't stop. Got to go." Oh my. A week had passed, and James still do the work. He'd been grumbling dreadfully. "This is great, just great. When will that engine be arriving? Come on, driver, when will it be arriving?" "Oh, James, can you please stop all your complaining? You've been doing like that for the week now. Your fireman and I are getting tired of it. Isn't that right?" "What? Sorry. I was putting these earplugs on because James will not stop complaining."
Still complaining about trucks, James? Well, some things never change.
Wait, did someone clone me?
Oh, come on, James. Don't you know me?
Wait a second. I think I do. You are Eagle. Eagle, my old pal. It's great to see you again.
Hello, Edward and James. Nice to see both of you.
Now, Eagle, on your first day, I want you to take some trucks over to Kildane.
Okay, I must be off. See you later.
For the rest of the week, Eagle pulled goods trains up and down the main line towards Kildane. Along the way, he get to stop and chat with his old friends, and his old friends tell him the changes while he was away. Eagle was very interested and was very keen at the stories that he hadn't heard since he left the island. We have a lot of fun. He pulls goods trains up and down the line very splendidly.
You guys must be talking about me, isn't it?
Yeah, from those days you helped with the NWR, and then towards you push Henry out of the tunnel. Yes, those were the days when we were young and foolish, and now we're old and wiser. Well, not really though. Oh, ha ha, Percy. All jokes aside, you must be saying that you must have handled these very, very bad behaviors of Gordon, Henry, and James back then. I must say, very interesting past you have.
Thank you. By the way, what Henry mentioned about young and foolish, there was one of those times.
Oh, really? Oh, don't remind me that.
Do you want to hear it?
Of course. Oh, great. Thomas's life in the yards has never been the same following his incident with the coaches. The bigger engines loved teasing him, especially Henry, as Thomas was the one who was supposed to take Henry's train and left it behind. Don't wander off there, little Thomas. I wonder any confusion and delay out there with my passengers.
Take no notice of them, Thomas. They will get tired of it later.
Thomas agreed, but he felt like he wanted to go out. His time outside of the yard was a very good one, but except the fact that he had to come back to rescue the stranded passengers. I'm getting tired of doing the same job, Edward, every day. I wanted to go out, go and see the rest of the island. Don't get too much in your smoke box, little Thomas. You are a shunter, not an express engine. Go and stick in the tunnel, Henry. Perhaps it's better for you there. Henry snorted. His time in the tunnel wasn't good, and he does not like to be reminded of it. Take no notice of him. Besides, he's getting cocky now. I really wanted to go out though and see the world, such. Yes, I already heard that. But your job here in the yard is important. You know tender engines don't shunt though. Thomas had to agree. But however, Henry kept on teasing him. Thomas wanted to pay him back, but although he doesn't want to get in trouble by the fact director, so he decided to carry on with his work as usual. A few days later, Henry backed down onto his passenger train. Aren't you gonna be behind, Thomas? This train's quite heavy. Thomas decided to have a bit of a fun and payback. No, sorry Henry, I got another train to arrange. Henry was surprised, but before he could say anything else, a little boy shouted, Daddy, why is this green engine pulling the train? What happened to Gordon? Henry seethed in embarrassment. Huh, listen to that boy. I think that you're not as strong or useful as Gordon. Henry snorted and puffed out to the station. Silly Thomas, silly boy. I'm better than that old Gordon. I'll show him. But he didn't go that far until he ran out of water and his fireman had to damp down and stop at a nearby signal box. Thomas was bashing trucks in the yard when the station master came up. Thomas, can you go out and rescue Henry? He has run out of water. Of course, said Thomas. He was happy to go out. My, Henry. Run out of water? Well, yes, must have a leaky tank. From what I heard, you've been using so much water as you thought it would be. Be quiet. It's very dangerous for me to run without water. Oh, never mind, Henry. I'll get you to the next station. Thomas went in front and coupled up and pulled the train to the nearest station. The passengers cheered for Thomas and thanked him for bringing them to the station. Edward was there to take over. My, Thomas. Guess the passengers are happy that you rescued the train. Tell you what, why don't you take the train and I'll take Henry back to the yard? Thomas thought of it, but he remembered what Edward said earlier in the shed. No thanks. I'd rather take him to the yard. After all, the yard can't run without a tank engine. Edward was happy. Right, you make your choice. When they returned to the sheds, Gordon and Eagle were there. They heard everything. My, broken down, Henry. Run out of water.
Well, Henry, what do you have to say to Thomas?
Thank you, Thomas. You're welcome, Henry. And after that incident, James came to the island and then, well, the rest is history. Say, Henry, remember those days? Yeah, I remember those days. Ever since then, I changed my ways.
I'm glad you learned your lesson, Henry.
I agreed, said the other engines. Right, let's all get some sleep. We got a busy day tomorrow. And soon they were all asleep.